Good morning. Good morning. I'm Allison Imhoff. I'm the chair of the Harford County Commission for Women, and I'm so excited for you guys to be here today. Today we're going to be celebrating women from yesterday, today, and of course, our remarkable young women of tomorrow. Our honorees come from all corners of the county, but have this in common. Their efforts are leading the way to a brighter, more compassionate, sustainable, and prosperous future for Harford County and beyond. Today is our opportunity to say thank you as we highlight their tremendous academic accomplishments and contributions to our community. In addition to our leading women of tomorrow, we will also honor the 2025 Woman of Yesterday, Elizabeth Forbes, whose tireless suffrage efforts and dedication to our community are still evident today. And we will hear from Stacy Reppert, our 2025 Woman of Today and the 2024 Harford County Athena Award winner. To begin our program, let's welcome A Cappella Journey to sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, A Cappella Journey. That was beautiful. Please enjoy the delicious brunch the staff here at Maryland Golf and Country Club have prepared for us, and then we will continue with our ceremony. But please stay seated until you are called to the buffet.
Good morning again. Welcome again to the 2025 Harford County Leading Women Awards. Please continue to enjoy your brunch. I'm Meg Deem. I work with Harford County Department of Housing and Community Services. You are in for one exciting morning. Our honorees are simply amazing. I know you will be inspired by the work and accomplishments of these 14 young women. I'd like to take a moment to thank the parents and the caregivers who are with us this morning for supporting and encouraging these young leaders. I'd also like to express my gratitude to the nominators. Thank you for recognizing these young women, sharing their stories with us so we can applaud their exemplary work. Many elected officials have joined us today to help recognize our honorees, and I'd like to acknowledge them this morning. County Executive Bob Casserly, the Honorable Rolanda Robert, Harford County Council, District A, Ms. Heather Cantos, representing Jacob Bennett, Harford County Council, District F, the Honorable Stephen Chismar, Bel Air Town Commissioner, the Honorable Jacob Taylor, Bel Air Town Commission, Casey Boyer, Havre de Grace City Council, Vicki Jones, Havre de Grace City Council, and Wade Sewell, Board of Education, Harford County. We appreciate you taking the time to be with us today. I would also like to recognize our generous sponsors, without whom this event would not be possible. Harford County Public Library, Harford Mutual Insurance Group, APG FCU, Harford County Chamber of Commerce, HarfordTV, Brightview Senior Living, Lisa Spar, the Spar team. Thank you all so very much. Please join me in a round of applause to thank the Commission for Women, including Allison Imhoff, Chair, Vice Chair Tatiana Levone, Secretary Liliana Nokatis, Karen Chismar, Crystal Clark, Amy Janigan, Pam McHugh, Katie Novotny, Angela Rose, Debbie Schreiber, Diane Seinsvack, Robin Temecchio, and Teresa Walter. Finally, I'd like to express my deep gratitude to Teresa Smith and Linda Bourne with our Department of Housing and Community Services marketing team for making this event so incredible. Thank you and your team. And now it is my pleasure to introduce County Executive Bob Casserly.
So good morning, everybody. Good to see you. What a great crowd. Thank you all for coming out here this morning. Such an honor. It's great to come together today to celebrate all these wonderful nominees that we have at all the tables. Their success is just, and their bright futures ahead of them are an inspiration to all of us here today. In fact, these outstanding young women are already changing our world. They have achieved excellence in school, and they volunteer countless hours to improve the lives of so many people in our community. So on behalf of the citizens of Harford County, I'm proud to congratulate these leading young women. Today, we also applaud the contributions and efforts of two exceptional women, Elizabeth Forbes, who is the leading woman of yesterday, and Stacy Rebert, who's our leading woman of today. And these women are examples of focus, determination, and endurance. Our community has benefited so greatly from their compassion and leadership over the years. And I'm certain their stories today will inspire each of our young women leaders that are here today to accomplish new goals, break new records, and to reach new heights. Finally, I want to acknowledge the Harford County Commission for Women for all that they do. They are the visionaries of today's event. They lead by example, volunteering time and talent to support our economic, social, and political equality of women throughout our county. Thank you all for being here today. Congratulations again to all of our honorees. Have a great function. Thank you.
Thank you, County Executive Castley. I'm especially pleased this morning to celebrate an incredible icon from our community as this year's Woman of Yesterday, Elizabeth Hamilton Chu Forbes. For this, I would like to, invite Dr. Amy Rosencrantz to the podium.
Good morning. Elizabeth Hamilton Chu was born on April 17, 1882 in Chicago, Illinois, to Dr. John H. Chu of Baltimore, Maryland, and Alice Meadowcroft from Chicago, Illinois. She married Theodore Weems Forbes on April 18, 1906, who owned and operated a farm in Fallston, Maryland. Elizabeth was socially and politically active and supported the 19th Amendment locally and nationally and was regarded as a prominent suffragist by her peers. She was the first vice president of the Harford County Just Government League and a leader of the suffragist pilgrims, a group who traveled on foot, by car, and in a prairie schooner, providing educational materials while campaigning for the rights of women. A local newspaper, the Harford Democrat, identified Elizabeth as one of Harford County's most enthusiastic of suffragists for holding silent speech demonstrations at local events, including places like the Graw Racetrack in Harford County, in Havre de Grace. Demonstrators conveyed the suffrage message through facial expressions, body language, and hand gestures in this silent speech. On a national level, Elizabeth attended the 1913 suffrage parade in Washington, D.C., and numerous state and local conventions. She served on committees to raise awareness and funds for suffrage. Elizabeth was also selected as a Maryland representative to the 1916 National American Woman Suffrage Association Conference and served as a proud honor guard to President Woodrow Wilson. Elizabeth became frustrated with the lack of success of the National Association for Women's Suffrage and joined the National Women's Party. She was one of 20 women arrested in February 1919 as a part of the Watchfire demonstrations, in which they burned then President Woodrow Wilson's speeches on democracy in effigy outside the White House. Elizabeth served 5 days in jail, which earned her a Jailed for Freedom pin and the nickname here in Harford County of Jailbird. After the ratification of the 19th Amendment, Elizabeth continued as treasurer to the National Woman's Party, was an active member of the Democratic Party, and an assistant head to the League of Women Voters in Baltimore. In support of Virginia Peter Pankhurst's congressional run in 1922, Elizabeth stated, "I'm for anybody, man or woman, who will help to remove the political disabilities of women." A historical marker celebrating Elizabeth's contributions as a suffragist is located at Tidings Park in Havre de Grace, Maryland. This marker, located where the Prairie Schooner women's suffrage campaign stopped in 1915, is a part of the National Votes for Women Trail, recognizing Elizabeth and others here in Harford County for the impact that they've had on our nation.
Thank you, Dr. Rosencrantz, for joining us this morning and providing us with such great information into Mrs. Forbes' life and her work as a woman suffrage. I would like to invite Mrs. Forbes' family to the podium for a presentation. Thank you again to the Forbes family and Dr. Rosencrantz for coming to help us celebrate Elizabeth Forbes as Women of Yesterday. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce another inspiring leader, our woman of today, Stacey Ruppert. Stacey Ruppert is Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer of Harford Mutual Insurance Group, a regional provider of commercial property and casualty insurance products and services headquartered here in Bel Air, Maryland. With over 35 years of experience in marketing and corporate communications, Stacey is a seasoned leader known for her strategic vision and impact. She joined Harford Mutual in 2013 and has been instrumental in shaping the company's brand identity and reputation. Her leadership spans brand management, digital marketing, advertising, employee engagement, public relations, community relations, and corporate communications. A dedicated community champion and a passionate advocate for women, Stacey actively supports youth development and women's empowerment through board service and mentorship. She was appointed to the Maryland Commission for Women in November of 2024. Previously, Stacey served 6 years, including one as the chair of the Harford County Commission for Women. Stacey's championing initiatives to support women's growth and leadership. She is currently serving as the board director and member of the Resource Development Committee for the Boys and Girls Club of Harford and Cecil counties. Stacey is also a 5-year mentor for the Dr. Nancy Grismick Outstanding Women Leadership Program at Towson University. Stacy holds a Bachelor of Science in Mass Communications from Towson University and a Master of Arts degree in Contemporary Communications from Notre Dame of Maryland University. She also holds an Associate in Insurance designation. Her commitment to excellence and service has earned her numerous accolades. In 2024, Stacy was named the Athena Leadership Award recipient, recognizing her exceptional leadership, professional excellence, and support for women in the community. She was also named one of Maryland's top 100 women by the Daily Record in 2024 for the second time, having first been recognized with the distinction in 2022. Please welcome Stacy Reppert.
Wow. That's a very old picture. This is COVID. Thank you, Allison. I'm honored to be here and appreciate the opportunity to speak to these amazing young women and their families. First of all, good morning and happy happy International Women's Day, right? Happy Women's History Month. What a spectacular day to start and celebrate these young ladies in the room. As a former commissioner, I know how talented, committed, focused, and motivated you all are. I know the ways in which you make a difference in your schools, your communities, and the world. I know the time and the effort you put into your schoolwork, your sports, your music, your art, your dance. I know the passion you pour into your volunteer work, your family, and your faith. So while we honor Elizabeth Forbes as a woman of yesterday, and I stand before you as the woman of today, I want to take a few moments and explore the idea that you are those women and more. And I want to applaud every aspect of what makes you you. So I got a prop to bear with me. Anybody ever seen these or know what these are? These are Russian nesting or stacking dolls or Matryoshka dolls. These are, they're typically made of wood and they're beautifully hand painted. They were first carved as a children's toy in 1890. And unstacked, they reveal a different character or a different version of the final doll. I like how it symbolizes embracing, incorporating, enveloping the version prior. It represents the idea that you don't shed your former selves or the earlier version of yourself. Instead, each one becomes a layer of who you are today and who you will become tomorrow. Each one is a chapter in your story. So I'm going to tell you a little story. This itty bitty one is me. I'm a firstborn child born to high school sweethearts in Baltimore. My mom was a secretary at a car dealership, and my dad was a glazier installing glass windows into skyscrapers in downtown Baltimore. It gets easier. This is the third grade me, whose parents were now divorcing. The stress causing her asthma to flare and tension requiring her to learn how to navigate now tricky family situations that a third grader hadn't quite mastered. The young student who missed a lot of school due to lengthy hospitalizations and illnesses, but she studied hard and she developed a love for reading and for storytelling. The Girl Scout who loved camping trips, and the youth group who loved planning weekend dances and stage shows. She discovered she was really good at organizing fundraising events and creating a marketing buzz to increase ticket sales. The high schooler, first job cleaning restrooms and bathrooms in a ladies' boutique in Perry Hall. A transfer student in 10th grade, she didn't know anybody and was considered not cool or a nerd because she was in the Honor Society, the Poetry Club, and editor of the yearbook. The college honors graduate who moved to Ocean City on a whim because she met a guy. Fought with her mother, worked as a hostess for $3.65 at the marina deck. Moved back 3 months later after that guy pushed her across her room. She apologized to her mother how she left, and she came home with a newfound appreciation for self-reliance, but also she knew her self-worth. the novice career woman, excited to learn, impress her bosses, get things done, take on new challenges. But she had to hit the brakes and realize that not everybody learns at the same pace or with the same style. And life really does go this fast. The newlywed, who although she inherited 2 amazing stepsons from her new husband, she also learned she couldn't have children of her own. After fostering and suffering through several failed IVF procedures and surgeries, she would later travel to Russia, stand in Red Square at the foot of the Kremlin, and adopt her beautiful daughter. The seasoned employee who worked her way up, rose through the ranks, earned her master's degree, and got fired. This is the hardest line to say out loud. This is me today, a 60-year-old mother of 3, grandmother of 2, happily married for 35 years. Last year, I was promoted to Chief Marketing Officer at my company, the first woman to hold that title in my company's 182-year history. Won the Athena Award, Maryland's Top 100, as Allison noted. 2 years ago, to be more active and spend more time with my husband, I took up golf. I shoot in the hundreds. Not a good score. But last year, I got my first birdie. That's very good. And this year, I started taking ice skating lessons. I'm hoping Disney on Ice might call. So what does this all mean? That single events in your life do not define you. You are the culmination of your lived experiences. You are everything. And you're never finished. We are never finished. Every past relationship and future breakup, every book you've read and movie you might see, every committee you've joined, every group you belong to, every job you will ever have, everything you've ever done and everything you haven't. The good, the successes, the weird, the disappointments, the scary, the bad decisions. They are all threads that would become the fabric of your life. It's like a Cottonelle commercial or something, I don't know. So I leave you with this. Say yes more often, even if it's scary, especially when it's scary. Say yes to a new class and a different subject. Say yes to the chance to travel. Say yes to a new roommate when you get to college. Ditch Google Maps and the Waze app and take a new road somewhere. Get lost and find your way home. Have a goal, then another, but don't ever have an end. This will sound cliche, but life really is about the journey and what happens along the way. The only end is the end. And remember, at any point in your life, you can be whatever you want to be. Just get out of your own way. Dream it, plan it, and be brave enough to suck at it. But go get it anyway. Life happens whether you embrace it or not. My advice to you is embrace it. I'm very proud of what you are all doing. And for the 3 lady winners, I have your own stacking dolls in a little bag here for you so you can do your own journey. I'm so proud of you, and I wish you all the beauty and success that life has to offer. Thank you.
She's good? You're all good?
Possibly,
All right.
Karen.
Let's just do a photo.
Wait a minute, turn your bow around.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stacy. And having served under your leadership, can you all hear me? I can attest to being witness to the value, the experience, and the dedication that Stacy has brought to the Harford County Women's Commission. So, thank you.
Okay. Well, now is the time that we've been waiting for. You all have been anxiously sitting in your seats patiently, and you've enjoyed a wonderful breakfast. So I'm going to give you a little bit about how we broke this process out. So we had 3 specific categories that we looked at. So we had nominations for the 7th and 8th grade, the 9th and 10th grade, and the 11th and 12th grade. And thus, that's why we have our 3 specific winners today. Our honorees completed a challenging application process. It included essays, they had to get letters of reference, their academic achievements, their future goals, and community service. And having read these all, I feel very humbled to be in your company today. When I was your age, not doing all that kind of good stuff. So the committee, and I'd like to acknowledge them. We had Diane Sensate, Karen Chismar, where's Crystal? And Crystal, thank you all. We had a call about this. We kind of went back and forth, and it was difficult. If you all ladies will agree with me. So we did come up with numeric scores. We debated back and forth about, it was, let me just say, a very difficult process because these are outstanding, amazing women, as you will hear. So we had the honorees with the highest scores in each of their grade, in the age groups, and so those were our 3 dedicated winners. And I want to tell you today, too, that the award monies that are going to be awarded today were strictly given by the donors. The county is gracious enough to cover the cost of the event, but as far as the award money, our wonderful sponsors, Harford County Public Library, Harford Mutual, APG, the Chamber of Commerce, Brightview, the SPAR team, and our leading committee, leading women, committee, were all included. So I am going to read to you the honorees, and this will include all of the women that you will see today, and I'll tell you a little more about our grand prize 12th grade winner. So our first honoree is Grace Donovan. Grace? You here? All right. Grace,
Come on up, Grace.
come on up. Come on down. So Grace was nominated by Ashley Canatella, and Grace attends Falston Senior High School, where she is the social media manager for the Future Business Leaders of America and organizes holiday food drives for Anna's House. She is a historian with the National Honor Society, volunteers as a senior guide to new freshmen at back-to-school events, and is the basketball team manager and director of the school's Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Wow. Along with her family, Grace sponsors underprivileged children and donates gifts with personal cards to residents of a local homeless shelter. The 18-year-old senior possesses a strong academic foundation with a 4.0 GPA and is a member of the Distinguished Honor Roll. As a budding entrepreneur, Grace formed a sports photography business as a sophomore and earned a 5-figure profit in 18 months. She plans to obtain a degree in advertising with a career as the creative director for a professional sports team. Grace admires Amelia Earhart for her determination and ability to lead in what was, and at the time, a male-dominated field of aviation. Congratulations. So let me just make one point here, too. I'm reading these, and these are, at this point, we're in alphabetical order, okay? So next is Amanda Dorsey. Amanda was also nominated by Ashley Canatella. Amanda Dorsey is an 18-year-old senior at Falston High School who also interns with the U.S. Army Combat Capabilities Development Command Chemical and Biological Center, a molecular toxicology lab at Aberdeen Proving Ground. She is intent on majoring in biology and attending medical school to become a doctor. Amanda is a member of the Lutheran Youth Organization and is an involved member of her church, Holy Communion Lutheran Church. She is in the process of earning her Gold Award with the Girl Scouts by creating a memorial garden on church grounds where the congregation can bury and visit the ashes of their loved ones. while maintaining a GPA of 4.65 out of 4.0. And you can talk about that. That's, yeah. Amanda is a member of the National Science, National Tri-Music, French, and Math Honor Societies, and is on the executive board of the Student Government Association. She is a section leader in the band and marching band. Amanda admires Juliet Gordon-Lowe, who is the founder of the Girl Scouts, for providing opportunities to and fostering independence in young girls. So our next nominee, unfortunately, was not able to be here. And to give you an example of her background, she's at the state wrestling championship. She's at the state wrestling. So her parents are here with us in the back. Please see them. You should be extremely proud of her, as I'm sure you are. So they're going to come forward while we read Nicole's bio. So our next nominee is Nicole Philippe, who was nominated by Marcus Webster. Nicole is an 18-year-old senior at Harford Technical High School and a president of the Harford County Regional Association of Student Councils. She coordinated a 5K run to raise money for her school's student leadership and donated 25% of the proceeds to the Klein Family Crisis Center during Mental Health Month. As president of the Student Government Association and the National Honor Society, Nicole has organized canned food drives, prepared food for the homeless, started the creation of no-sew blankets for the Humane Society, and led a campus cleanup for Earth Day. While maintaining a GPA of 4.2609 out of 5, she is on the wrestling team, as we know, volunteers as a 4-H camp counselor, and served as a student page for the Maryland General Assembly. Nicole will be attending the U.S. Naval Academy and is pursuing a position as a commissioned officer in either intelligence or aviation. She admires the Olympic wrestler and gold medalist Amit Elor for challenging societal norms and advocating for self-empowerment. Imani Gomez. Imani was nominated by Cora Walters. Imani is a junior at Joppatown High School. She is a member of the Pathways in Technology Early College High School P-Tech program, where she maintains a 4.2 GPA. Imani aspires to attend either MIT or Stanford University to become an aerospace engineer and ultimately work for NASA, exploring space as an astronaut. Imani is an active member of Mount Zion Baptist Church in Aberdeen and volunteers with drives for food, clothing, toys for the holidays to help the less fortunate. As a member of the church's Lydia Girls, Imani volunteered at nursing homes and helped elderly neighbors with yard work. She is a member of the Youth Enrichment Society, where she picks up trash in Happy Grace, passes out food for those in need, and volunteers at local cultural events, including Kwanzaa and Black History celebrations. Imani admires Katherine Johnson, an African-American mathematician with NASA, who assisted with the Friendship 7, the first American spacecraft to orbit Earth, for her courage, resilience, and accomplishments during the time of racial inequality. Sydney Grafton. Sydney was nominated by Ashley Canatella. Sydney is an 18-year-old senior at Falston High School, and she maintains a 4.625 GPA. Wow, these are some smart girls. And is a member of the National Honor Society. She served as vice president for 3 years with the Student Government Association, helping to coordinate class dances and fundraisers. Sydney is a member of the One Love Club and ambassador for Morgan's Message, a nonprofit that strives to end stigma surrounding mental health in academia and athletics. She advocates for others after suffering multiple athletic injuries, rendering her unable to play sports and causing struggles with her own mental health. Despite her injury, she will be attending Grand Valley State University in Michigan as a Division II lacrosse player. Sydney volunteers with the Fallston Rec Council's Little Laxers lacrosse team, assisting with coaching and clinics, and is a role model for the children. She admires Princess Diana for her compassion, honesty, and leadership, as well as her bravery on topics that were once considered taboo, like AIDS, eating disorders, and mental health. Lucy Heisey. She's coming. She's coming. Lucy was nominated by Rebecca Powell. Lucy is a 16-year-old junior in the Natural Resources and Agricultural Science Magnet Program at North Harford High School and an apprentice at Hickory Kennels, preparing for a career in veterinary medicine. She is a future Farmers of America representative and placed second with her team in the state and fifth in the country in farm business management at the annual Big E agricultural competition. Lucy also helped to raise and train pigs for show at the county's annual farm fair. She volunteers with fifth grade students at Harford Glen and is a tutor and a mentor. While maintaining a 3.5 GPA, Lucy is part of the school's drama program and technical theater, where she writes, directs, creates, sets, and acts. She initiated and led others in the renovation and organization of the school's costume closet. Lucy admires Michelle Obama for her ability to overcome hardships and showcase her talents. Alexandra McDowell. Alexandra was nominated by Keisha McDowell. Alexandra is a 14-year-old 8th grade student at Edgewood Middle School, where she plays violin in the orchestra. She is a member of the Brown Girls International Travel Education Club, which provides opportunities for young women of color to experience the world while changing the lives of others. As an Amistad member of the Zeta Youth Group, Alexandra assists with the Toys for Tots distribution center, decorates trunk or treat stations at Somerset Manor, and raises money for the March of Dimes, Walk to End Alzheimer's, and Making Strides Against Breast Cancer. She participates in hygiene drives for the homeless and creates Valentine's Day cards for residents of the Ark. Alexandra maintains a 3.25 GPA and plans on seeking dual enrollment while attending Harford Technical High School to complete prerequisites for a career as an orthodontist. Alexandra admires Bessie Coleman, the first American woman to earn an international pilot's license, for her perseverance through racial and gender discrimination. Sanaya Nevels. Did I say that right? Sanaya, right? Yes. That's it. Sanaya was nominated by Benita Buchanan. Sanaya is a 17-year-old senior at Joppatown High School and is vice president of the Student Government Association, where she has assisted with Thanksgiving meals to families in need, sold homecoming tickets, organized community blood drives, and provided books to local children. She is a member of the Environmental Club, the Pathways in Technology Early College High School Program, or PTEC, the National and Science Honor Societies, and Youth Enrichment Society, where she participates in food drives, delivers presentations on Kwanzaa, coordinates support for families facing hardships, and promotes gun safety, violence prevention, and community safety initiatives. Sanaya, I apologize, is also part of the stage technical crew for school productions. She maintains a 4.3051 GPA and is on track to receive a degree in Community Information Systems from Harford Community College in the spring of 2025. So you'll have your high school degree and a college degree. Wonderful. She most admires Katherine Johnson for her ability to show what it means to be a leader in space where you are underrepresented, especially as a Black woman in STEM. Like Johnson, Sanaya aspires to be a leading woman to girls who don't see enough of themselves in the stories around them. Sasha Pizocki. Sasha was nominated by Dr. Sean Bolson. Sasha is a 17-year-old senior at Aberdeen High School and a member of the National Science and English Honor Societies and maintains a 4.6 GPA out of 5.0. She is a student representative for the school performance and achievement team, president of the medical club, a member of Women in STEM, vice president of the speech and debate team, the publications coordinator for the Maryland Association of Student Councils, and the student member on the Board of Education. In the latter role, she creates the student member on the Board of Education Monthly Minute, a media production broadcasted to all county schools informing students on important matters in education. Sasha serves as an officer for several other groups that foster mentorship, gender and equity, inclusivity, and diversity. She served as an intern for the Army Research Laboratory on APG, conducting research in nanobiotechnology, and is pursuing an education in medicine and political science. Well, there's a combo. Her goal is to remove structural barriers hindering healthcare delivery and quality, especially after assisting cleft palate surgeries in South Africa and seeing real-world challenges. Sasha admires Rosalind Franklin, a chemist and crystallographer? Yes. How you say? His work was critical to understanding the molecular structure of DNA for her creativity in science and her determination and strength. Thank you. Okay. Emily Rosada Torres. Emily was nominated by Fatima Peterson. Emily is a 17-year-old senior at Patterson Mill High School who serves as the drum major for the school's marching band, the section leader in the choir, and the treasurer of the Spanish National Honor Society. Emily is active with St. Francis de Sales Church in Abington, where she is an aide and leader in the children's choir and a volunteer with Bingo for adults and children, and provides toys, food, and entertainment to low-income households. Emily volunteers for road cleanup projects on Patterson Mill and Emerton Roads and helps with weeding and trimming in the school's courtyard and front entrance. While maintaining a 3.92 GPA, Emily intends to pursue a degree in forensic chemistry at West Virginia University and has participated in the RISE program at APG, a one-year internship for students interested in STEM. Emily admires Sonia Sotomayor, the first Latina U.S. Supreme Court Justice, for her unwavering determination and dedication to justice. Adara Samuel. Right. Oh, no. Oh, no. You're doing good. She's doing good. Adara was nominated by Carrie Sampson and Nicole Venters. Adara is a 16-year-old junior at Joppatown High School and is a role model to her peers. After the tragic shooting of student Warren Grant at the very beginning of the year, Adara started the student-led safety organization to give students a safe place to express themselves and to ensure they have a voice in their school environment. Despite a disability, Adara plays clarinet with the marching band and earned the Band Rookie of the Year award as a freshman. That's awesome. Adara holds a 3.5 GPA out of 4 and is part of the Pathways in Technology Early College High School program with the ultimate goal of earning a PhD. She serves as an anchor for the morning announcements, participates with the speech and debate team, performs in drama productions, and has written a children's book that is in the process of being published. Congratulations. Adara admires Kamala Harris as the first female vice president of the United States for her strength and power as a woman of color in America. Sophia Tren. Sophia was nominated by Emily Lux. Sophia is a 17-year-old junior at Patterson Mill High School, where she tutors peers in math, physics, chemistry, and Spanish. She volunteers with non-English speaking children at a tennis camp through Lesos and provides English-friendly Vietnamese language lessons at her temple for children and youth who want to learn their language of their heritage. Sophia maintains a 4.825 GPA out of 5. Wow. And is a member of the National Spanish and National and Tri-M Music Honor Societies and intends to pursue a degree in computer science after high school. She is a point guard on the varsity basketball, tennis, and cross-country teams and is part of the color guard with the school's marching band. As an officer with Voices of Equity, a group that promotes inclusion and diversity, Sophia is working with friends to plan a cultural day, cultural pep rallies, and World Food Truck Fridays to promote diversity in her community. Can we come to that? She admires 19th century mathematician Ada Lovelace for prioritizing academics and for her genius in mathematics. Diana Walsh. Diana was nominated by Kristen Walsh. Diana is a 15-year-old sophomore at the John Carroll School where she plays field hockey, is on the badminton team, and intends on joining the track team in the spring. Diana holds, are you running? Are you doing track? Okay, good. I'm trying. Good job, good job. Diana holds a 4.2 GPA out of 4 and aspires to attend a university like Cornell or the University of Boston to pursue a career in law. As a dedicated Girl Scout for 10 years, Diana has earned her bronze and silver awards and is working on her gold award. She serves as a camp guide at Girl Scout Day Camp and has taken part in the Girl Scout encampment. Diana, along with her parents, collected personal hygiene products and created kits for donation to the Harford Community Action Agency. She contributed meals to the canned food drive at John Carroll, packaged Thanksgiving meals for those in need at Havre de Grace Community Center, and volunteers at First Fruits Farm. Diana admires Princess Diana as a leading, inspiring woman for humanity and selfless advocacy for children and those with AIDS, cancer, and mental illness. Natalie Worth. Natalie was nominated by Ashley Cantella. Natalie is a 17-year-old senior at Falston High School and is a member of the women's lacrosse team and captain of the varsity women's basketball team. She is a member of the school's Morgan's Message and One Love clubs to advocate for mental health against relationship abuse. Natalie is a selected member of the PEP squad and organizes pep rallies and halftime entertainment and does social media for athletics and events. She holds a 3.9167 GPA and has been accepted to Virginia Commonwealth University to play lacrosse and intends to earn a master's degree in psychology. We also have a connection here because her future coach is going to be one of our commissioners, is her daughter. So I love it. I love it. It's, 7 degrees of separation. She plans to open a mental health practice specializing in the mental health of athletes. Natalie gives back to her community by donating Christmas gift bags to the homeless, organizing stockings for soldiers' drives, cleaning up the school stadium and local recreation center, and delivering mulch for the Cougar Boosters program. Natalie admires Mother Teresa of Calcutta for her compassion and selflessness and her ability to change the thinking of others. Congratulations. Good luck. Okay. Wow. So let's give all of these fabulous young women a round of applause. Aren't they amazing? Oh my goodness. Okay, so now we get down to the grand prize winners. And this was very hard. So for our 7th and 8th grade group, our winner is Alexandra McDonough from Edgewood Middle School. Come on down. Congratulations, Alexandra. Huh? Oh, okay. So with this award, Alexandra earns a check for $1,000. All right, for our 9th and 10th grade group, our winner is Diana Walsh from John Carroll High School. Congratulations. Diana will also receive a check in the amount of $1,000. All right. So, now for our 11th and 12th grade winner. I really was hoping she'd be here, but our winner in the 11th and 12th grade is Nicole Philippe from Harford Technical High School. And we hope that she wins the state championship today. Yes. She's got it. Yep. You raised a wonderful daughter. So for her win today, she will receive a check in the amount of $1,650. And because of the generosity of our sponsors, all of our nominees today will not be leaving empty-handed. They will be receiving $100 each. So I would like to say congratulations to all of our winners and another wonderful round of applause for them.
Thank you, Pam, and congratulations again to our talented honorees. I'm excited to see what these impressive young leaders will accomplish next. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes today's program. But first, can we have all the honorees come join us for a group picture and to come forward and receive your award. Have a great day, and thank you for joining us, and please drive safely.